my ways.
So neither are our ways his ways, because his ways are righteous. He gives you laws. He tells you how to deal with one another. That's what the entire Bible is about. Read on, that's it on that? Give me Proverbs 26. So yeah, what you were saying now?
I was saying, it shouldn't really have to matter what you're talking about because it gives you a sense of self-righteousness. As to say, we are God's people, the Israelites. It's simple. So it almost leaves no room to suggest that other people come under the glory of God.
So let me ask you a question. You have an inheritance, right? You have a son. You have an inheritance. I have a son. I have an inheritance for my son. Are you going to share your inheritance with your son and my son?
I'm not going to share my inheritance with my son and your son. I still choose to.
Okay, if you choose to. Okay, if you choose to. But did you ever think about that, to give it to my son? You don't know my son.
If I so chose to.
But did you originally think that before I asked you that question?
No.
Exactly.
It wouldn't have come across my mind.
Watch this. So I want to show you something. Deuteronomy 7:6. Because God only chose Israel. Now, every other nation has their God. I'm not taking that away from them. They can serve whatever God they want to serve.
But you can't leave such a concrete statement like that.
That's what the Bible says. I'm going to show you that.
No, but
Deuteronomy chapter 7 verse 6. The Lord, chapter 7 verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God.
So you are unholy people. He's talking to the Israelites. This is after they came out of the wilderness. I mean, they're in the wilderness after they came out of Egypt. Read on.
The Lord thy God hath chosen thee.
Wait, read that part again.
The Lord thy God hath chosen thee.
So from the time of Moses writing the book of Deuteronomy, he chose us. Read.
To be a special people unto himself.
To be a special people to himself. Not every nation. Read on.
Above all people.
Equal to.
Above.
Below.
All people.
Below. That gotta say below.
Above all people.
Read on.
That are upon the face of the earth.
That's it on that verse?
That's it.
Give me Psalms 147. Psalms 147. Because that goes into Stockholm Syndrome. Yeah. If it's our God, he told us he chose us. It talks about the Israelites from Genesis 1:1 to Revelations, wherever the last verse is. It's talking about that, but for some reason we want to fit everybody into that.
No, but see, what would be the point of Jesus saying taking himself for the entire world? But first, before I ask that question, what do you believe Jesus was sent here for? Do you believe he was only sent to get rid of the sacrificial law? Or was it more to
He only does
I can't quote scripture.
You gotta quote it though.
No, I can't quote it because I don't remember where it is. I can't remember where it is, but it's here.
You gotta find it.
Matthew 15:24.
If you show me that it's not in there, I'll begin to believe you. And then maybe I may not even do that. But what I'm saying is, why is salvation so...
Isaiah chapter 15 verse 24. But he answered and said, I am not sent.
This is Christ speaking. Read.
But unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
He's telling us he's only sent to Israel, but we want to fit everybody else in that. Read Romans 9. We want to fit everybody into the faith of Christ. You know why they want to do that?
You going, bro? You going, bro? You going, bro? You going, bro?
You got to fly, you can email us and call us at any time. We want to include everybody in that. The reason why they do that is because it's a very, very economical benefit in doing that. If you can get billions of people to believe in Christianity and tell them, listen, you got to tithe 10% of your check, you know how easy that is? When you listen to people like Joel Osteen, or you go down here to BFM and all that, all they're doing is teaching you how to be successful at the job that you do on a daily basis. They're telling you how to maximize your potential. They're not teaching you the Bible.
That's right.
They're telling you how to be good citizens. All you're doing is paying 10% of your money, of your paycheck, just to learn how to, just to listen to a motivational speaker.
Right.
They're not teaching you the Bible. So they're going to tell you, listen, everybody in the whole world, no matter what race or creed they're from, can believe in this, and then we can go to this church, it's a Pentecostal church, but we are Baptist church. We don't necessarily teach exactly the same thing, but you can come and bring your offering and your tithes. We have a pastor's anniversary, you can bring your donations.
Right.
Let's line the pastor's pockets. That's all it's about. That is all it's about. It's not about the truth of this Bible. Because quite frankly, you hate the truth of this Bible.
Right.
Just imagine it, if you have a friend, sometimes you don't tell your friend 100% of the truth. Why? Because you know it's going to hurt their feelings. You're going to sugarcoat it. You're not going to give them that pure 100 unadulterated truth. It's common sense. But then we want to say, oh, you just have to believe. You just have to believe. No, you need to prove to me what the Bible is saying.
Speak the truth.
What did I tell you to get?
I got Romans verse 9, chapter 9.
Start up a little bit. Start like at verse 2.
Verse 2. Romans 9 and 2.
One.
I tell the truth in Christ. I lie not.
So Paul is telling you, he is telling you the truth in Christ. He's not lying to you. Read on.
My conscience also bearing me witness in the Holy Ghost.
Right, meaning if he tells you anything that's not true, he's a false witness. He can be put to death for that. Read on.
That I have great heaviness and continuous sorrow in my heart. For I could wish that myself were accursed from Christ.
So read on.
For my brethren.
For his brethren. What is Paul? What is his nationality? Because he's saying that he's grieved for his brethren. Hold on and get Romans
11 verse 1.
Got it.
I say then, has God cast away his people?
God has not cast away his people. For those of you that are saying that you can be spiritual Israelite and all this other madness, that's not what he is saying. Read that again.
I say then, has God cast away his people? God forbid.
Hell no. He did not cast away his people. Read.
For I also am an Israelite of the seed of Abraham.
For he is also an Israelite of the seed of Abraham. Yeah, she gotta be careful. Yeah. Read.
Of the tribe of Benjamin.
Of the tribe of Benjamin. He is an Israelite of the tribe of Benjamin. So that's who he's talking about, his brethren. Go back to 9.
That I have great heaviness and continuous sorrow in my heart. For I could wish that myself were accursed from Christ for my brethren. My kinsmen according to the flesh.
Kinsmen. What is your next of kin? That's your family. Your brother, your sister, your cousin, your uncle, your auntie, your Grammy. That's what a kin is. That's called family. Relative. Read on.
Who are Israelites?
Who are what?
Who are Israelites?
Who are Israelites? Read.
To whom pertaineth the adoption.
Means to whom belongs. Read that again.
To whom pertaineth the adoption.
Meaning Christ dying, when you read the book of Galatians chapter 4 and 6. Christ died for us to be returned back to the Heavenly Father. But y'all just gonna read over this and not even understand what y'all reading. Read that again.
Who are Israelites? To whom pertaineth the adoption.
Christ dying, read.
The glory
meaning the kingdom of heaven, read.
And the covenants.
The covenants, the old and the new. It said covenants, not covenant. Read.
And the giving of the law.
And the giving of the law. Nobody else. Jump down to the seed of Abraham. That's all that it's for. They're the only people that were given these things. So you can't fit every nation under that. It don't matter how much you love the nations, how much you love white folks, how much you love East Indian folks, how much you love the Chinese, the Japanese. They don't matter. They have their own gods. They can follow that.
Right.
You can't, because you have your own God.
Even Egyptians.
Egyptians have hundreds of gods.
That's right.
So guess what? You thinking that you are African, you're not. And we can prove that to you too. Read.
Verse 7. Neither because they are the seed of Abraham.
Neither because they are the seed of Abraham. Why? Because you got the Arabs that came from Abraham. You got us that came from Abraham. White folks came from Abraham. And East Indians, the Persians came from Abraham. Read.
Are they children?
Are they children? Read that from the top again so we can get the full understanding.
Neither because they are the seed of Abraham.
Because he had a lot of nations under him. Read.
Are they all children?
Are they all children? They're not. Read.
But in Isaac shall thy seed be called.
In who?
In Isaac shall thy seed be called.
Who did Isaac give birth to? Jacob and Esau. Jacob means Israel. His name was changed to Israel. That's you blacks and Hispanics who came over here in slavery. As it is prophesied in Deuteronomy 28. Ask me, I'll show you. Read that again. But in Isaac. But in Isaac.
But in Isaac shall thy seed be called.
And Isaac also had Esau, who sold his birthright. So guess what? He's a bastard now. He has no father. He gave that up because he was starving one day. Read on.
That is, they which are the children of the flesh.
The children of the flesh are anybody outside of the nation of Israel. The white folks are the children of the flesh. Chinese, they're the children of the flesh. East Indians, they're the children of the flesh. The Arabs, they're the children of the flesh. They can do whatever they want to do right now.
That's
you
right.
can't.
I'll say that.
Read on.
These are not the children of God.
They are not the children of God. So guess what? Ain't no such thing as spiritual Israel. There's no such thing as spiritual Israel. I cannot become a Chinese just because I believe in Buddhism.
Right.
Right.
I can't be an Arab because I'm over here doing that jihad stuff. It's impossible. It makes no sense. But guess what? You have allowed somebody to seduce you into thinking that you can be spiritual Israelite and that you are Gentiles. You're not the Gentiles. Give me Jeremiah 2:11. You are not Gentiles. You are the people of this book. You are the ones prophesied about in this book. You are the people that were scattered across the four corners of the earth. That happened to nobody else but you.
I look like a spectator.
What that's it? Yeah. Every day.
Jeremiah, chapter 2, verse 11. How the nations change their gods?
These nations have not changed their gods.
Eventually, yeah.
The Arabs been serving a rock. The Egyptians been serving whatever they serve. Raw and all that garbage, and they try to put it on you, and you start talking about, oh, I'm Kemetic, they're wearing the Ankh and all that. That's garbage. That's not your religion. Have you ever wondered that anybody that says that they're Egyptian, they never want to be none of the other tribes. They don't want to be a part of the Congo. They don't want to be one of them tribes hidden away in the bush somewhere, drinking cow blood. They don't want to be those dudes. They want to be Egyptian. That's the contradiction there. Read that again.
How the nation change their gods? Which are not no gods?
Which are no gods. Their gods don't exist. But if they want to serve them, that's fine. They can do that. You have your own God. Read on.
But my people have changed their glory for that which do not profit.
But they changed their glory for something that don't profit them. It's not going to do you any good to serve their gods, to serve Caesar Borgia, who is white man Jesus. That's the Roman Jesus.
Right.
But you in church doing the sign of the cross with some white dude hanging from the cross in your church. When the Bible specifically prophesies that Christ is a man of color.
Oh, yeah.
But y'all don't know that though.
I know that.
Some of y'all even say it don't even matter. Give me 1 Corinthians 11. It does matter because guess what? If you follow something that's not written in the Bible, guess what you're doing? You're following lies. You're following false doctrine. If the Bible says something, that's what you should follow. Yeah, that's 2 Corinthians. Yeah, 2 Corinthians, I think it is. Got it? Got that. Read it.
2 Corinthians 11 verse 4. For if he that come and brings you another Jesus.
So somebody comes to you and preaches another Jesus. When you read in the book of Daniel, chapter 10, when you read in Revelations chapter 1, it describes Christ as a black man, as a man of color, with woolly hair. But then in movies and in your churches, they portray him as some Caucasian guy with long flowing blonde hair.
Blue eyes.
And yeah, with blue eyes. That's not how the scripture depicts Christ. So how are you are following a false Christ. if you believe that, or if you say that, it don't matter, because you're condoning that. You're saying that these lies against the Bible are okay. That's foolish. Because then you would accept anything your pastor would twist any scripture and you would go with that.
Let's go back to where he was at. Jeremiah 2:11.
So these other nations, they can follow whatever gods they want to follow. Because when Christ comes back, he's going to put an end to all of that. But you, who are given the oracles of God, these letters were written for us and by us. You know what happened? Slavery happened. When they said that Christ is white, so if you buck up against me as the slave master, you'd be put to death, you'd go to hell. And guess what? We fed that. We were afraid for that. How else you think 300 Shaquille O'Neal slaves could not run up on the slave plantation owner? You have to understand that. Read that.
Jeremiah 2, verse 11. Had a nation changed their gods?
Read.
Which are not yet no gods?
Which are yet no gods? Read.
But my people have changed their glory for that which doeth not profit.
See, we changed our glory. We want to be like the other nations. We want to serve the gods that they serve. We want to say, oh, guess what? Anybody can follow our God. No. That's incorrect according to the Bible. Christ himself told you he was only sent to the 12 tribes of Israel.
Give me Revelation chapter 2:26.
Revelation chapter 2, verse 26.
Book of Revelations.
We're going to show you a little snippet of what the kingdom of heaven is going to be like. Because if you believe that every nation can serve the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and just listen to that. He's the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. That's the lineage. None of the other children of Abraham are included in that. Abraham had Isaac. Abraham had Ishmael. He had other children. He had Midian. But it says Abraham, down to his lineage, Isaac. And then Isaac had Esau and Jacob. But he's the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. So how do you get everybody in that? It's common sense. It is common sense. How do you get everybody in the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob? That's stupid. Read what you got.
Book of Revelation, chapter 2 and 26. And he that overcometh.
And he that overcometh. That's talking about keeping God's commandments until you either die or Christ returns, whichever one comes first. Read.
And keeping my works unto the end.
Keeping the commandments. Read.
To him I will give power over the nations.
He will give that person power over the nations. He will give him power over the nations. That means ruling the nations. So how does everybody get in that? Everybody gonna be ruling everybody? That don't make no sense, right? That's stupid as hell. Read that again.
And he that overcometh and keeping my works until the end. To him I will give power over the nations.
Read.
And he shall rule them with a rod of iron.
And he shall rule them with a rod of iron. Meaning they're going to be forced to keep our commandments. Their gods that they serving right now, they can have fun doing that right now, but guess what? When Christ returns, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. That's it on that?
As the vessels of the porter